Hey, what is going on, guys? DK. Back at you with another video here to bring the 4-game NBA preseason slate on Sunday. Before I get into the video, if you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is DK. I make daily videos and live stream for NBA and NFL slates on Draftkings. If you guys haven't checked out my final look for the Week 5 main slate, make sure to give that a watch. Also, I'll be live tomorrow morning, to do a general Q&A live stream. And then I'll have a Sunday night video probably up after this video. So keep an eye out for that as well. If you guys are unable to watch these YouTube videos, I also upload on Apple Podcasts. It's called the DKDFS Show. If you're interested in signing up for premium content, offer that on Patreon.com. Also linked down below. NFL package, we cover the main slate as well as Showdown slates, NBA package. We're covering every single preseason slate and obviously the regular season. And then esports package includes Call of Duty and CSGO slates. And gold is a combination of every package. And I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. So I was checking the board for NBA preseason tomorrow. It looks like nothing's up yet, but I would expect stuff to be posted probably early tomorrow. The Desmond Bane overhit, so congrats if you took that one. But yeah, if it's your first time watching, so for NBA, there's two different ways you can play. For the first way is fantasy points, taking over/under fantasy points, and the second way is like taking over/under on points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers made. Again, the board's not up yet, but I would expect that early tomorrow. So if you guys want to try it out and sign up, use my code DKDFS, all one word. You'll get a 100% match up to $100. So you deposit using my code, you'll get a free $100. And yeah, finally, I want to thank you guys again for support on this YouTube channel, on Twitter, in the comment section. Really do appreciate all you guys. If you could, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Okay, so before we talk about players and the prices for this 4-game slate, we can look back at the lineup here from the 3-game slate on Saturday. So the 3-game slate myself, I got very contrarian. I left a lot, I think like $4,000 on the table. Didn't work out great. That Memphis rotation, that's one thing to tilt about. They have a 10-man rotation, and they just play like everyone 20, 24 minutes. So, yeah, my lineup: Van Fleet, Melton, Barnes, Tatum, Robert Williams, Marcus Smart, Tillman, and Tyus Jones. So, Melton shot 3 of 14. Again, the usage was there. Not really much you can do about that. He has an average shooting game, and he plays well, or it goes for a good fantasy point score is what I mean. And he also only played like 20 minutes. Again, the minutes were just super frustrating for Memphis. Xavier Tillman is really solid. Tyus Jones a little bit of letdown. Robert Williams, this is one thing. Okay, so he shot 0 of 7 last game. I said, there's no way Robert Williams is shooting 0 of 7 again. Well, I was right because he didn't shoot the ball. Let me repeat myself. He did not shoot the ball. He played 20 minutes. And did not shoot. So, yeah, again, I left a lot of salary on the table. It is what it is. I was planning to get really contrarian because I knew it was going to be a chalky slate. But I do want to shout out a couple big winners with a lot more in the Discord. Another takedown. And then we finished second in the windmill. We finished second, 11th, and 14th. Bobby was less than a point from taking that down. So, and congrats to all the big winners. And let's talk about this 4-gamer. So, we'll start off with the Spurs and the Magic. So, first, let's take a look at the Spurs and what the minutes were like last game. So, last game, Jakob Poeltl sat out for rest. Eubanks started, played 23 minutes. You'd Samancic also start, played 15 minutes. Keldon played 27. DeJounte Murray 28, and Derek White played 27 in that starting lineup. Now, I expect Jakob Poeltl back. They have him listed as out, but he was only resting, so I would assume he comes back and plays. At 4.9K, I actually think he's a pretty solid value play. Like, if we're going to get 20 to 25 minutes of Jakob Poeltl, seems like a very safe play. As far as the two guards go, and Murray and White, if they were the same price, definitely would lean Murray. If you have the salary, I just think Murray has more upside than Derek White. but taking price into consideration, White might look a little bit better point per dollar. And then, Keldon Johnson at 6.5. I mean, he's just a frustrating fantasy player. He's up, he's down. He has upside. He also has a low floor. That's my issue really with him. As far as anyone else I'm considering, monitored Pirtle status, I assume he'll be back. Like Eubanks off the bench would still be viable. Would think he probably plays around 15 to 20 minutes. But really the main interest would probably be Pirtle and then the guards. Moving on to Orlando, and this is just disgusting to look at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-man rotation. 16, who are you? What is Hassani Gravit? What is that? Gross, disgusting for the preseason. Minutes super spread out. Mo Bamba fouled out in 12 minutes. He was pretty popular last slate, so you're not going to feel great about targeting anyone. If I am going to go someone in Miami and Orlando, it's going to be high usage guys. So, a guy like Mo Bamba or Wendell Carter Jr., both are going to be solid point per minute guys when out there. It just kind of depends, how many minutes do they end up playing, right? Because they've really spread out the minutes. I think you could go to either point guard and Cole Anthony or Jalen Suggs. Both decent stuff in the stat sheet, but it's just, they play all 16 guys. That's not great for the preseason. I'm moving on to Chicago. So the Bulls, they've been giving their starters some good run. We got, 25 to 28 minutes for the main guys. DeRozan played 28, Vooch 27, Levine 28, Lonzo 25, Caruso played 22 minutes off the bench. So unless we are otherwise, I assume we're going to get similar minutes. And Billy Donovan's actually been good. He's been coming out before each game and telling us how many minutes the starters are going to play. So, with that being said, I think all four starters make for very, very safe plays. The safest probably being Vooch. I think he has the highest floor, probably going to get close to a double-double. Should be able to feast against his front court against Evan Mobley, Jarrett Allen. Vooch should be able to have his way. Lonzo probably the next safest. Again, just he's at the point guard. He'll have the ball in his hands a ton, stat sheet stuffer. But Levine, we know, has a good amount of upside. DeRozan can get there too. So I like all four of the guys here for Chicago. And then Caruso, I like for value too. He's been getting solid run off the bench around 20 minutes, and he's been playing well first two games. And the Bulls have looked really good. 10, 5, and 5 Caruso in 22 minutes. So, the main guys plus Caruso I think are all solid plays. Would I get to anyone else in this Bulls team? I think you can make the argument for Alize Johnson. I'm playing some of the backup 5. He's 4.8K. So maybe a little bit of interest there. All right, moving on to Cleveland. So Cleveland, last game they spread out the minutes, and we kind of got an indication before lock that this would happen. Again, the night before, I was like, oh, Cleveland, the starters play big minutes. You wanted Cleveland exposure. But then an hour or two before, we got news that they wanted to play, I think it was Dean Wade and Dylan Windler good minutes, and they didn't play last game. So I was hesitant. I gave an update on Patreon. I was like, hey, guys, I'm not super confident in these Cleveland Cavs minutes. And sure enough, they really spread them out. So hopefully we get some clarity on the Cavs minutes. We haven't the first couple of games, which is a little bit of annoying. So this could go one of two ways. You could play the starters and they get limited again, or you can play the starters and then you can play 35 minutes like they did 2 games ago. So, right, what are we going to get? If I knew the starters were going to play 30-plus minutes, obviously the 2 bigs make for really solid plays, and then Darius Garland would look really good at 5K too. He's been playing a good amount of minutes no matter what. So I think the 2 bigs plus Garland look pretty solid. Colin Sexton is out, so be curious. Who are they going to start? Probably Rubio, right? Yeah, I would think. Well, do they want to run Rubio and Garland together, though? I'm just trying to think who they would move in the starting lineup. I guess they could do that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they end up doing the starting lineup for Sexton. So maybe some value there. If Rubio starts, I would like that a good amount. Again, Rubio, another guy that is good at filling up the stat sheet. So, Cleveland, hopefully we get some clarity, but we probably won't. So wide range of outcomes for these guys. If they only play 20 minutes like they did last game, not a ton of interest. If they played 30-plus like they did 2 games ago, then you're probably going to want at least one Cleveland guy in your lineup. I'm moving on to the Thunder. So Thunder, we've only played 1 preseason game so far, and they really spread out the minutes. Starters played mid-teens. You did have Josh Giddey to play the most, played 29, which is good to see. Pokusevski and Trey Mann off the bench pushed for 20. but really, again, they spread out the minutes. So we'll see. I would guess these minutes go up. Now, by how much is the question. So, like, if SGA is only going to play half, no real interest. If he's going to play into the third quarter, sure, sign me up for some SGA. So, again, right now, hard to say for some of these slender guys. I think the safest option, obviously, is Josh Giddey, based on the Mets' last game. He had a solid game, too. We didn't see much from the preseason because he went down rolled his ankle in, like, the first minute. But yeah, he went for 18, 7, 3. So not a bad stat line there for Giddey. I think right now he's the safest option. Again, if we get news the starter's going to play more, then maybe a little bit interested. A guy like I say, Roby, who started at the 5. So Thunder, another team that hopefully do get some clarity on this before lock. Moving on to the Bucks. So they have a couple guys listed out there were out last game. We don't know if like Drew Holiday's going to be out. We'll see about like Middleton too. But yeah, last game. So they ran a 9-man rotation. This is what their rotation should have looked like for Memphis tonight. But instead, everyone just gets 20 minutes. This is what I was thinking was going to happen. You're going to get the main guys push for 30, and those bench guys maybe 20, 15 minutes. Nope, everyone just plays 20 minutes for Memphis. But yeah, Nwora played 33 minutes. Obviously, this is a guy that if they rest all their main guys, he's going to be their number one option. Thanasis had a solid game. S-Man had a really good game, double-double. Waters was a little bit disappointing. Elijah Bryant off the bench had a solid game. So we'll just have to wait for more news, see who ends up playing for Milwaukee. If everyone that was out last game is out again, then we want to look to Nwora. Even at 7'5", he shot like 50 times, right? He's just a guy that's going to get a ton of shot attempts up. S-Man played really well too, so those would probably be the two main options. But like Elijah Bryant played well off the bench. He's only 4.2K. So yeah, Milwaukee is a team. We'll have to see who is available tomorrow. They did rest guys, even though which is annoying. Like, why not just rule out Lopez, Connaughton, George Hill last game? Instead, they're just like kept him in. So again, I was telling you guys I had to do math that previous slate. But yeah, so really main guys would be Nwora, S-Man, Elijah Bryant off the bench. Thanasis too, I think would make for solid value. But we'll see. Like if Lopez, Pat Connaughton, George Hill play, if Drew Holiday plays, then that's going to change some things. All right, finally, Phoenix and the Lakers. So Suns last game, starters got low 20s minutes. Chris Paul played 22, Ayton 22. You had Shamet play 27, Crowder 22, Mikal Bridges 25. Off the bench, you had Jalen Smith 21 minutes, and that was really it for big minutes for Phoenix. So yeah, Ayton, Paul, we'll see. They did play into the second half last game. If they do again, I think they're both solid options. Chris Paul obviously getting up there in age, but if he's going to get mid-20s minutes, I'm good with Chris Paul. Same with DeAndre Ayton. So those would be the main priorities for me for Phoenix. And then value-wise, Jalen Smith's been getting some solid runs so far in the preseason. He is a good rebounder. He's only 4.4K, so a little bit of interest there off the bench. And yeah, if Chris Paul plays, the campaign feels a little bit too pricey there at 7K. Bridges, Crowder, Cam Johnson, not a ton else that I love here for for Phoenix. And finally, the LA Lakers. So Lakers, we haven't seen LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Westbrook play at the same time yet, right? We've had LeBron and Westbrook miss the first couple games. You had Anthony Davis sit out the game last time, so we'll see what they do tomorrow. Starters, the main guys, LeBron and Westbrook, only play the first half. You had some of the younger guys come in and close out the second half, right? THT played big minutes in the second half. Dwight Howard had a really good game. So, for the Lakers, again, hard to say right now as it is for a decent amount of these teams. But let's just say the main guys all play and they're all going to play in the second half. Then, I like probably AD, LeBron would be my two favorites, followed by Westbrook. Westbrook had a really bad game last game. But, so if all three guys are going to sit out this game, then we want to look to young guys like THT, Kendrick Nunn. If AD sits out again, then like Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan are going to split the center mess, and then they become good value. So it's like another kind of wait-and-see approach here for the Lakers because they did say, I think they wanted to rest Westbrook and LeBron at least one more preseason game. So we'll see if that is tomorrow or not. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the video today. If you haven't enjoyed the content, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks again. Really appreciate all your support, and I will see you in the next video.